Hi, I'm Alex Wakefield, Chief Revenue Officer with AcuityMD. The mission of AcuityMD is really to accelerate adoption of medical technology. AcuityMD is purpose-built for the medtech community. We're really the only application that focuses all of our underlying data sets specifically on the medtech use case, so the value of the application doesn't get diluted in kind of other horizontal use cases. So what that means is we help our medical technology manufacturing customers more quickly bring their products to market by prioritizing what physicians and sites of care they want to target and have the highest probability of winning. So what we do is we help them grow their top line, and we can help them run their entire commercial operation all the way from market sizing through physician targeting, pipeline management, contracting, and onto forecasting and valuation of their business. The legacy way that device manufacturers might prioritize who they should be selling to, whether it's a surgeon or whether it's a site of care, is they would have to acquire data. They would then have to have some IT infrastructure to put the data in and manage it, hire people to manage the data, and then visualize it through some platform. Well, all of that legacy infrastructure goes away, and what did not exist in the medical technology community was a streamlined way, an application that has underlying industry-leading underlying data. We can configure the application specific to companies' products and their defined territories so that we can expose the top targets they should be going after to expand their business. Therefore, we can allow them to sunset some legacy data purchases, legacy data infrastructure, save on personnel costs so they can reallocate those people into a different area of the business, but essentially streamline the selling process inside medical device in an automated fashion. And that really did not exist prior to us, prior to AcuityMD consolidating a lot of those different cost points. One of the great things about the platform is it's a cloud-based SaaS application, so it's completely scalable. So we have some 30 of our customers, a little more than 30 of our customers are pre-commercial, meaning they haven't generated any revenue. We have more than 200 customers that are below 50 million in revenue, and we actually have 6 of the top largest 10 global medtech manufacturers. So the solution can be used all the way down from companies that are trying to size their market and build their business, all the way up to large strategic companies with thousands of sales reps in the field that can use AcuityMD to plan, manage, and win every single day that they're out in the field. As a SaaS application, everything we build on the desktop version is available in the mobile app. So it's really helpful to anybody in the field. If you're going to meet with a surgeon, you need to know some information. You can pull up the app, see where the surgeon went to school, where they did fellowship, who they practice with, who they've published with. All the information easily available on your application. In fact, we've even embedded an AI piece of functionality in the application that creates an automated call plan that can give suggestions on who they might go after, trends in the marketplace, areas of interest for those particular physicians, and how you might want to position your products and manage those conversations. So yeah, everything we do on the desktop is available in the field mobile. We are focused exclusively on US data sets and supporting med tech companies in the United States. The vast majority of our companies are, of our customers are manufacturers. So that's where our sweet spot is today. Yeah, one of the things we started with originally was focusing on curation of our data set. So we would look at procedural codes that allow us to identify and extrapolate how many procedures we start on the physician side, an individual surgeon might do in a year. And then what we did was we moved on to individual companies and their product sets. And so we'll match up the procedural codes in those volumes to a company's specific products and break that down into their territories so that they don't need to do any of that work individually. So when someone opens the AcuityMD app on their phone or on their laptop, if you're a field sales rep, for instance, what you'll see floated to the top is your best targets, surgeons, sites of care, but your best targets based on the products you're selling in the territory you're selling and aligned to the procedural codes that are being billed for your product. So consolidating all of that, prioritizing what the rep does on a daily basis was kind of the first area that we delved into and really created a differentiation for AcuityMD in the marketplace. And we've grown horizontally since then, again, from market sizing to sales pipeline management, flagging on contract opportunities, all the way downstream to improve forecasting and visibility. We will continue to work on embedding AI in the application like lots of folks are doing, but we're getting a pretty good head start on that. So lots of recommendations to any different roles in the commercial organization on how they might optimize when they're looking at data and how they might better support their customer set. We'll continue to expand horizontally in the commercial operations of an organization. So again, like I said today, we'll go upstream and help a company assess their total addressable market, assess what opportunities available to them, help them think about where they launch their products first and how they set up their territories. And as you get downstream into targeting, sales pipeline management, quoting applications, what we'll likely look at is how do we continue the horizontal support of a commercial operation, whether it's contract management, CPQ. There's some discussions around inventory management. So as we our whole goal from an operational standpoint is to manage the entire commercial operation of medtech manufacturers. So we've been really fortunate over the past few years. We've seen tremendous growth, tremendous use of the application, feedback from customers. So the past couple of years, we've nearly tripled in growth. Last year, we were able to double the size of the organization, which is great. But really, most importantly, the feedback from the customers has been outstanding. Customer sat is very high. Adoption of the platform has been fantastic. Retention of our customers, particularly on the strategic side, has been very high. So all of the industry-leading metrics from a software standpoint, we've done pretty well at. And I think that speaks to really how well architected our product is, how well it's built. It works very well in the field for our customers. Again, we get really, really good feedback from customers. And one of the different things about AcuityMD is that we have a pretty solid mix of folks that are strong in the technology side, but also we have many people internally who have been in the field with medical device companies, folks from startup device companies all the way through some of the large strategics. So we have a really large population in our commercial organization, sales, customer success, some in professional services, people that support our customers on a daily basis from the medical device community. So they understand the use case, they understand what some of our customers are going through, and we try to intimately partner with those folks that we can give them the best experience in AcuityMD as possible.